Milady Landy is our Land Rover Defender 130, built in 1998 with a reliable 300 TDI engine and over 450,000 kilometers on the clock. The car has been completely converted into a camper with all the comfort we need.
Sonja and Gert Jan have decided to travel full-time together with this sturdy camper. In this video we show a little more of our means of transport and accommodation.
We are Sonja and Gert Jan, parents of 4 beautiful adult children. Michiel, Suzanne, Gerben and Rindert. We have been in love since April the 1st, 1981. Sonja was originally a Dutch teacher and nowadays the co-driver and sometimes driver of Milady Landy. Sonja fills in our plans. She looks for the beautiful spots on the map or in the Lonely Planet. Sonja provides support for Milady Landy and often does the mise en place with meals. She cooks delicious meals and likes to do the dishes and the washing. Sonja films on the way.
Gert Jan is originally a civil engineer with a passion for pipes, water and bridges. He is the driver and caretaker of Milady Landy, the regular maintenance of the car and repairs on the way. He is also the caretaker of Sonja, creative and tasty cooking. He makes the website, photos and videos. Our Milady Landy is a classic Land Rover Defender 300 TDI, converted into a camper.
I chose for the 130 an extended 110 because of the extra length that allows us to use the back seat if we want to take people with us and still have enough space to create the desired layout.
It's an old car, but deliberately chosen because of the extremely reliable engine and the lack of electronics. Everything is simply wired or mechanical.
And I understand that the best, so I can do some maintenance and repairs myself. The injectors and the diesel injection pump of the engine have been renewed. They turned out to need replacement after so many kilometers.
Two important additions are the PSP Expedition Camper's lifting roof and the Fiamma 270-degree awning,
of which I already published a video. For the link, see the description or miladylandy.nl. In addition to the lifting roof and awning, Milady Landy has been prepared for further expedition and overland with a number of extras. From front to back, these are the winch bumper with bone winch. I designed the bumper myself in SketchUp and made it from scrap metal from the metal dump. I bought the winch second hand and equipped it with a stronger motor. I've already used it once to pull a camper out of the mud. I mounted a number of large lamps on the bumper, which give us some extra light in the darkness. Also in the rear are two large floodlights that have helped me a number of times in reversing. I replaced all lighting with LED lamps. That gives a much better light than the standard lamps. All around I mounted new Koni shock absorbers. They are wonderful, robust instruments. In the rear, double coil springs. A standard option of this Defender are these extra springs inside the mainsprings, which I got from Robert Jansen of Robert Jansen Garage in Ettenleur. I will soon replace the front springs, which turn out to be at the end of the lifespan. Especially in the rough terrain of the Moroccan desert, we noticed that.
In Zagoro in Morocco, during an overhaul maintenance, 25mm riser blocks have been placed under the core springs. This gives just a little extra ground clearance.
I placed two tanks in the space behind the rear wheels. A 40-liter drinking water tank on the left and an extra 45-liter diesel tank at the diesel filling point on the right. Both tanks are made by Paul van der Beek of PSP Expedition Campers.
With the extra 45-liter diesel tank, together with the 80-liter main tank, we have a range of well over 1000 kilometers with our average consumption of 1 liter in 9 kilometers or 11 liters in 100 kilometers. The 40-liter water tank gives us drinking water via an electric pump and carbon filter, sufficient for a day or 3-4 to about a week, if we take it easy with washing water. Supplemented with bottled water for drinking, we can last a little longer.
A double battery system with a solar panel on the roof and the necessary charging points for USB and 12 volt and a 220 volt inverter to charge, for example, a laptop or a toothbrush.
Because we want to be able to travel with this car in the 4 seasons, the interior must also be climate proof and we want to be able to stay somewhat comfortable in and around the car. Our experiences with the old Milady were fantastic, but again, we want to be able to travel with this new Milady Landy even in bad weather and therefore also stay indoors.
The classic Defender 130 offers a lot of space in its converted form, so without a partition between the rear seat and the cargo space. In addition, the lifting roof is also extra long, so that our bed has extra length. I'm 2 meters 03, 6 foot 8, and I wanted a bed of 2.15 meters. That is possible with this roof on this car.
With the bed folded up against the roof, there is sufficient headroom in the cabin for cooking or for other movement. Gert Jan and I can even do a little dance now and then.
From the back row, I removed the separate seats to place our 60-liter Engel refrigerator, so it can be reached from the kitchen and also on the way from the side door when we stop for a break.
I took over this 60-liter Engel second hand and it has already driven 2 rounds of Africa, one with the previous owner and one with the old Milady and us. It's a delicious and reliable refrigerator that keeps our stock cool in all climates with a minimum of power consumption. Now the fridge is outside, so it can easily lose its heat.
For the design of our kitchen, I first looked around the internet and at other overlanders. Then I made a design in SketchUp.
Preconditions for the design and constructions of the interior were sufficient storage space for clothes and other daily essentials, towels and bed linen, enough space for kitchen supplies, both food and cleaning, and of course pans, plates, cutlery and kitchen equipment. Extra space for camping and hobby equipment.
A factor in the design of the kitchen was that we want to cook indoors and that preferably no extra fuel is needed. So no butane gas bottles in or outside. That is why we ended up with a Wallas diesel cooker and heater. I connected this directly to the diesel tank so that we do not have to store extra fuel.
As a heater, the cooker also keeps our interior space warm when it freezes outside. With this Milady Landy, we want to discover new horizons in the coming years, and if that becomes possible again, to travel around the world after the Corona crisis. Keep following us and subscribe to the newsletter on the website. Become a friend of Milady Landy on Facebook or Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube video channel by clicking below.